So my name is Richard Stuchlak, everyone calls me Ricky. I am the GM Mini operator, and I've worked here for about 7 years. So take you guys back, my dad's worked here for 30 something years. So that's how I kind of got introduced to the business growing up. You know, he's always talking about it. You know, beer labels, we do cannabis labels, we do food labels, we do medical labels, metal cylinders that are just like rolling around on each other and the material goes in between them. So when the die comes around, the two cylinders are actually applying the pressure to the material to get the image that you want. It's really interesting seeing like all the different artworks, all the different styles that beers do. You always see like beer cans and you're just, you drink it, you don't really think about what's on it until you actually look and you're like, this is really great artwork that these people are putting out. So typical day, I come in about 6. I start off with just checking the schedule. We always got to look ahead in this department. Both communicating with shipping, communicating with the print operators. It's a little bit of an oddball answer. It was right about the time they were coming out with the double cloud candy. So they didn't want to just use the same color scheme. So they came up with, I think it was like 12 different color combinations. And it was just really cool to see all the different color combinations, all the different styles that they thought of. And then to see what they actually finally decided on, kind of a cool moment. Proud papa. So the GM Mini involves, precision. We need to be accurate with what we're producing. We need to make sure that the customer is getting exactly what they envision. The medical labels especially, we need to make sure that the measurements are correct, making sure that we're giving them the proper laminations, sizes that they're requesting. So the biggest challenge I would say is being able to adapt and problem solve on your feet. Just, keeping a calm, cool, collect head. Yeah, honestly, all types of material. Our basic, every beer label is basically just a white bop with a poly liner. You can get a white bop with a paper liner, taper bop with a paper liner. You can get silver bop with poly liner, silver bop with paper liner. We do a really cool label for his wine labels, which is like a special estate textured. It's a textured material, so it goes on his wine labels. It looks really good. Pack, it's a very close-knit group. We kind of have to be in communication with each other at all times. My favorite part is probably working with those printers. They're great guys, really personable, just down to earth, great human beings to work with. I think this company does a really great job at constantly pushing us to come up with innovations. It's really cool to see them actually care and listen to what we're saying and implement it into the system to make things easier for us. I would say when we first started, we were producing 50,000 labels top. Now we can produce millions of labels a day. I'd say the efficiency has definitely gone up. You've got to like machines. You have to have a thirst for knowledge and a thirst for curiosity. You got to be evolving. There's so many different jobs, so many different materials. So personally, there was a couple years ago, my cousin made some homemade wine in Renault okayed us to do some in-house labels for him. So we actually made wine labels that were dedicated to my grandfather who had passed away. So, the wine was called Leo, and it had a map of Sicily. It was just a really cool thing to see, Another cool one I really like is we've started to do a lot of local stuff. I'm from Wareham, so we started doing like the local brewery, which I thought is really cool because they'll have like homages to my hometown. And then we started doing another in-town company. It's a coffee company, Cape Cod Coffee. This label that we're doing for coffee, and then I walk into that coffee place. My girlfriend actually hates going out with me now because I'm like, I did that label, I made that label, I made that label, I made that label. She'll just walk away from me like, I'd say the whole process that goes into it, you see it again, you see a beer label, you're not really thinking that like, this had to be laminated, this had to be die cut, this had to be rewound. So it's just, I'd say the whole process is crazy.
Perfect. So good. Established. Nurse.